So let's go to Callum, who's a Rangers fan. Callum.
Hi, gents. Nice to speak to you both. I hope you're both well.
All right,
Yeah, good, Callum. Look, Jason Cundy's been he's come for Scottish football a little bit with Celtic and Rangers, saying you're out of your depth, you're not good enough. Bit of a waste of space in the Champions League. Do you agree?
No, can't disagree. My dad and I are obviously avid Rangers fans, and spoke at the start of the year about how really Europa League is our level, and albeit okay, you get the supposed 20 million. You might, I can't quote myself, but my understanding is the 20 million is spread out across the season, so you don't get an upfront payment as such. Mm-hmm. And my dad and I discussed ultimately, you look at Rangers and Celtic as a Malmo, which is a fodder of the groups, and that you're going to get beat 4-3, and ultimately the money seems worth it. But football is about winning, and as Rangers and Celtic especially, and domestically, it's about winning at the end of the day. And we're a laughing stock. Getting beat 4-5-1 is not enjoyable. And especially Rangers, watching us get thumped by Napoli, thumped by Ajax, thumped by Liverpool, you quickly get to the point of, you know what's the point of being in this competition? My dad and I both said, if you had the choice at the end of the season, you've qualified for Champions League, could you choose between Champions League and Europa League?
Yeah, but you're not going to
choose Europa League.
Oh, come on, Cam. You're not going to do that. Come on.
Why not?
Because you can be. They played against Liverpool, right? They played against Ajax.
Getting beat for.
But it's the point. You've got to back yourself against the best sides, as if you're gonna get off. It's like offering, Norwich. Do you want to be bottom of the Premier League or do you want to be top of the Championship? I tell you what, we'll take the top of the Championship because that's more enjoyable.
No, do you know what?
You want to play against the best.
No, do you know what?
But Jamie,
I think it is top.
Fan, you want to win. You want to win, and listening to you as a Tottenham fan,
here we go,
is about wholeheartedly of the Tottenham way. The Tottenham way. It's about winning football games and winning, and that's why Juventus, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, United, how they used to be back in the early days of, it didn't care how you played.
So you're telling me, Callum, you're telling me if you won the league in Scotland and they offered you Champions League football, guaranteed group stages, or guaranteed group stages Europa League, you're going to take Europa League?
No, but not group stages, but based on last year's performance and the last few years of Europa League football, if you said to people, quarterfinals, semi-finals of Europa League, or can't get out of the group in Champions League football, you'd pick the first option every day of the week because, okay, you're pitting yourself up against the best, but it's not enjoyable. You quickly forget about the money when you're getting pumped 4, 5, 6. And, I mean, Rangers have been lucky to get a goal this campaign, and that's embarrassing for a team like Rangers. And that's...
In 8 games,
of a fan.
In 8 games, exactly. They've conceded 26 goals between them.
Not good enough. And
I don't know what to say about that.
you look at the funding across the leagues, but even if you look at Dutch football, PSV, Ajax don't concede as much as we do. So we have to look at ourselves as Scottish football and funding and things like that to make ourselves more competitive. And playing against fodder like Aberdeen, Dundee, and I'm probably doing a disrespect, but at least Ajax and teams like that are coming up against competitive football. When you're playing 2-team league, when it comes to the top teams of Liverpool's, Bayern Munich, Juventus, and even Napoli, okay, this season they've looked spectacular, but we're going to get outclassed because you see the golf in money and the golfing class of players when you look at that level.
All right, Callum, I appreciate your phone call. You made some good points. I disagree with him, Cundy. I think if you're Celtic and they offer you Champions League every year or Europa League, you're taking it.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what chance you've got. It's the fact that you want to pit yourself against the best as a football club, as players, as managers. You want to get in there. All right, they might be a little bit out of their depth, but I don't think they've disgraced themselves.
I don't think they've disgraced themselves. 26 goals in 8 games.
But they've played well in games, and they've just shown that they've got a lack of quality.
Yeah, I know.
A lack of quality.
But they have. They've genuinely got a more chance.
It's not a disgrace to hold your hands up and say, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
No. There's not being not there yet, and there's also getting pumped. There's two different levels here. Look, we saw what Rangers.
All right, Rangers played. They got beat 7-1 by Liverpool, but that game I think was 1-1.
Forest beat 1-0 at the weekend, by the way. I'm just saying that.
I know, but you're talking about Liverpool who are competing for 4 competitions last season, got to every final.
Can I just say the worst side?
So it's a little bit disrespectful. They got pumped by Liverpool. Well, they should get pumped by Liverpool.
Can I give you some sort of example about the worst side of this country so far in Forest? Actually beat them. So this was a good time to play Liverpool. They're miles off it, mate. This shows, and look, I understand why, but the reality is the difference between where the Scottish Premiership is right now and where the base of the Premier League is, it's a chasm, and they're nowhere near Champions League football. Okay, fine. They want to get in there, you want to get more money, I get it, and there might be a process. But how long is this process going to take? They got more chance in the Europa League.